Hello and welcome to VR Reviews. Today we'll be reviewing the WWE Defining Moments Ric Flair. So yes, here we have the Defining Moments version of Ric Flair, the most recent one. I think they did do an old one back in the day. And he's got his big robe and Ric Flair kind of stuff. And I needed a Ric Flair. I think if you collect wrestling figures, probably everybody needs a good Ric Flair. And this seems like a good option. Definitely need one that's got a big robe. And this is from the retirement match with Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania, I believe. And it's just a good one to pick up if you do like Ric Flair. Now let's go ahead and zoom in for the articulation, sculpt, paint details, all those sorts of things.
Alright, start off a quick size comparison. Of course, here we have Ric Flair. Here's our standard Marvel Legends, 6-inch Cosmic Armor Iron Man, and 3 3/4 inch Marvel Universe Wolverine. As usual, WWE Elite figures are bigger than your standard sort of 6-inch scale stuff, and much bigger than 3 3/4 inch figures. Now let's get everything else out of here and just look at Ric Flair. Alright, moving on to our 360 spin. Here you can see Ric Flair. His upper body is pretty much bare, and I'm going to be honest, Ric Flair has not had this kind of muscle definition for a long time. So it's not really accurate, but I can understand them not wanting to make an old man buck to use for Ric Flair. He's perfectly strong for his age, but he just hasn't had that kind of look for quite some time. He does have the little bits of tape on his fingers. His trunks are blue and have the RF on them. He's got legs, and then he has his knee pads. I've pushed them down low because Ric Flair wears his knee pads not on his knees for whatever reason, but you can put them wherever you want to on the legs if you want to. And then he's got his blue boots with white laces, white soles, and the RF on the side. So yeah, for the most part, he looks like Ric Flair with the exception of the physique thing, which I'm not really expecting them to do much about. But, you know, it's worth mentioning, I suppose. Now let's go ahead and zoom in on his head sculpt. Head sculpt wise, I have to say it looks pretty good. That looks almost exactly like Ric Flair. He's got the light blonde hair. The face sculpt is pretty much spot on. You can absolutely tell that that is Ric Flair. It doesn't have some ridiculous expression or anything, just a nice standard face. Perfectly fine, nothing to really complain about there. Now let's go ahead and zoom out and look at some articulation. Articulation wise, you get your standard WWE Elite articulation. Ball picking that goes up and down, side to side. Ball joint shoulders go in and out, forward and back, bicep cut, single joint elbow, wrist hinge and rotation, nice abdominal joint, waist cut, hips go in and out, forward and back, upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, boot rotation, and hinge and pivoting in the ankles. So you should be able to get them into pretty much any pose you're used to getting your WWE Elite figures into. Unfortunately, can't manage to get him into a good figure 4 pose with other figures. But, what are you going to do? Let's go ahead and move on to some accessories. Accessories-wise, Ric Flair only comes with one thing, but I feel like it's a major selling point for the figure. He comes with his big entrance robe. It's very nicely done. It is cloth. The front of it is got lots of little silver filigree kind of stuff over the blue and the sort of white fur or feathery sort of design stuff on the front, and the Velcros in the front. And then on the back, which is sort of like a big cape sort of thing, it has the same sort of designs and stuff, and it has the Nature Boy written on the back. It's a very cool cloth piece, and I think you're most likely not even going to ever display him without it. There are a few Ric Flairs available, and having one with a big, cool robe is certainly a key thing to have for a nice Ric Flair figure. Now let's go ahead and move on to the packaging. Packaging-wise, you get your standard Defining Moment style of packaging. Big gold and black box, Ric Flair up there at the top, big window, Defining Moments logo at the bottom, and on the back you get the back window, which is lined in the robe-type material, and you get a description of Ric Flair. As always, these are good for in or out-of-package display, so yeah, Ric Flair.
Alright, that wraps it up for Ric Flair, so until next time, goodbye!
Thanks for watching one of my videos. If you enjoyed it, feel free to like the video or subscribe if you would like to see my future content. If not, run away. Run away and never return. Also, feel free to support me on Patreon at patreon.com/vrreviews. Follow me on Twitter at VenomRaptor09, or follow me on Instagram at instagram.com/vrreviews. Thank you, and goodbye.